Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Skies of Arcadia. Since last time, all I did was I went ahead and rested at the inn, bought some items, and we're ready to go do our next little challenge, which is an optional boss. One thing I like to do before I leave this area is I just like to look at these signs, you know? Yeah, we're the third on the list. We're pretty cool. So, now we're ready to attack the boss. And this is the boss that gave us the black spot a while back, but we weren't really ready to fight them yet. And we're almost ready to do it now. There's one thing I want to do before we do that, and that's just to look for Doc out here. There he is. There's this sucker. Always can tell him by this red and white ship. It always is around Sailor's Island. So we have a few moonstones from the Temple of Pirin and Maramba, so it's good to occasionally see Doc when you're in the area and give him the moonfish. And once we beat this boss, there's one other boss we will be fighting, and then we're going to be kind of away from this area for a little while, so it's good to do this now. Alright, 50 Sky Sardis, not very good. Uh-oh. Looks like he's gonna throw up. Instead he just transforms. And yeah, every so often this moonfish eating bird will change. Doesn't really do anything, but there you go. Just a way to know you're progressing, I guess. Aura of Valor. That's a really, really useful item that you only get a few of them in the game, and there's a few boss battles where they can be extremely helpful. But yeah, in general, the Aura of Valor is kind of in the too good to use club. Don't want to use it too much, and I will show you where I will use them. Alright, a counter bracer, that's pretty good. Seems like something that Drachma could use. I don't think we've ever changed out Drachma's equipment. Okay, we've got another Rizzlin box. That'll actually be really helpful. Because this boss that we're about to face is the first optional boss of Skies of Arcadia Legends. It's not in the original Dreamcast version, and as you may or may not know, whenever optional bosses exist, they are always harder. So, remember, they said to sail west from Sailor's Island. Just go to Sailor's Island and sail due west. You should see the ship. We've seen it before, but we'll see it again. I'm going to also not forget this. Before this battle, we want to equip Drachma with a better weapon. First of all, we did get the excavation arm, so let's equip that on him. And then during the battle, we'll switch to the mace hand for the boss. And we also, I guess we can also equip him with that counter bracer since he has nothing equipped. No problem. Yeah, it gives him a little more attack. We'll want as much attack on him as possible because he's going to be our main damage dealer. And hello, little ship. Here it is. No random encounters. Curse you, game. Okay, well anyway, here we are. Let's make sure that nobody got hurt in that battle. No one did. So we'll just go in and talk to this ship here. Yeah, she did it a while ago. We just ignored it. A young female voice. Yeah, she looks like a female. And it's not really that mysterious of a voice. Okay. You just don't like freedom. Gotcha. And she's wearing a totally inappropriate outfit for being a bounty hunter. No armor. Nothing. You know, this game was good about that with Belena, but I guess in the GameCube version they were like, we need some edgy, young, hot character to Gonna attack our heroes. I like Vice's attitude here. Aika is always the sensible one. Ah, the Angel of Death. She's not wearing any armor. We could just kill her in one stab. She's only got a scythe, too. I mean, come on. Mangy? Did you just call Fina mangy?
On guard!
So here is Piastol. Notoriously difficult boss.
Let us begin.
Okay. So, Piastol always comes with her trusty Death Hound by her side. Now the deal is that we essentially want to kill that Death Hound first. And the reason is because that Death Hound will frequently heal her. Now we can see what elements each one are, and the Death Hound is green, so we want to attack with red or yellow. I would attack with red though, because Piastol is blue, which means that if she hits you with an attack and you're yellow, it will do a little bit more damage. Now, first thing we want to do is you have Vice, and make sure it's Vice who does this, use a Glyph of Might on himself. Aika, in every single turn for the rest of the battle, will need to use this move Delta Shield here. And that puts her kind of at risk against Piastol, but we need to do this because Piastol has some serious magic that can annihilate our party really quickly. And so does the Hellhound as well. So use Delta Shield every turn with Aika. Fina, we're gonna have her, on this one turn only, use the Glyph of Speed. Drachma, first thing we're gonna do, swap his weapon out. The only reason I didn't do this before was because I thought I might get into a battle, which I was correct about. We're gonna swap his weapon out and make it red. Then we're gonna have him also use the Glyph of Might on himself.
Delta Shield!
Okay, so we got really, really unlucky. Fortunately, Aika survived. That move, if she's Increm, can kill anyone. Or, excuse me, can kill at least Aika or Fina in one hit. But Aika survived, so that's good.
Let's try this!
And the dog also can cast Increm, which is a really big pain in the butt at this point because we can't do anything about it. There's nothing we can do to eliminate that status effect. Okay, so dog, I guess, didn't do anything this turn for some reason. Whatever. We're gonna have Vice focus. Actually, no. We're gonna have Vice use a Sacrest Crystal on Aika. We're gonna have Aika do her thing. We always need to have 2 SP every single turn. Fina has 2 low HP. She can be killed in one hit by that Tempest Dance. We can't afford to have her do anything but guard for the rest of the battle. Drachma, we can tackle. We're gonna use tackle on the Death Hound. This is a battle of attrition. We need to basically have Drachma consistently do offensive moves to kill whatever it is, and hope that she casts these kinds of spells on us. Because if she does that, we will be okay.
Here goes.
Basically, we need to hope that she Tempest Dances the right people, and that the Death Hound hopefully won't even use Increm on her. If it does, that's not the end of the world, but it sucks. I've dropped my tackle. It's been a while since I've showed this move. It's one of my favorite animations.
Take that.
I like how it explodes. So Drachma's mace hand plus the combination of red elemental weapon was enough to kill it in one hit. If you don't have the mace hand, it probably won't do quite so much damage. The excavation arm is not quite as high, but you should be fine. Now Vice, I'm gonna have him use a Sacred Crystal on Aika, just in case. Aika, do your thing. Keep doing that. Fina needs to guard every turn. Drachma, I'll just have him focus.
Here goes.
Okay, she's Tempest Dancing Fina. This is why I had her guard. Otherwise, Fina would be dead. And luckily, we managed to kill that dog quick enough that it didn't Increm her. So that will be really helpful. Like, I can't stress that enough. When she's Increm, she can basically one-shot either Vice, or not Vice, either Aika or Fina, and even almost Vice. So, Vice, we're gonna have you focus. Aika, Delta Shield, obviously. Fina, same deal. Drachma, what we'll do is we'll switch Drachma's weapon to purple. Yes, purple. Either purple or green, doesn't really matter. And then have him tackle her. Unless I get really unlucky and she Tempest Dances Fina again, which I don't think she'll do, we should be basically fine. Device's focus will guarantee that we get enough. Well, actually, no, it won't. I was gonna say it'll guarantee that we'll have enough for another tackle and Delta Shield combo in this next turn, but that's not true, unfortunately. Okay, done about a third of her HP and damage. We're gonna go ahead and throw a Sakura's Crystal with Vice. And this is an unusual battle in which Vice is support. This is a very rare thing, but you definitely want to have that be the case in this battle because, as you can see, Drachma is doing a lot of damage with those weapons, and you want to take full advantage of that. I mean, Vice wouldn't have been able to one-shot that dog.
Here goes.
And Fina, we can't use her as support because she needs to guard every single turn. There's just no two ways about that.
On guard!
Yeah. See, even Vice takes a ton of damage from that move. We should have 2 turns in a row of tackle. Okay. We'll just have Vice use the Sakura's Crystal on himself. Aika do her thing. Fina do her thing of guarding. And Drachma beat the crap out of this girl. Old man beating up on a young girl. Weird, but whatever. This is basically the reason why I like to use Delta Shield. Eternity. That is an instant death move, and usually in most games I hate them, but in this game there's a totally fair counter in Delta Shield. You just have to know about it in advance and pay attention to what enemies use it, and then you can have Aika use Delta Shield and basically nullify it. There's no threat of it anymore. Cool, so it looks like we should kill her this turn. I had a pretty decent luck this battle. I tried a test recording of this and Aika died like 5 times. Piastol got incremed by the dog and just proceeded to keep attacking Aika again and again and again. It was nuts. But luckily this time, I also forgot to swap out Drachma's hand weapon, which was a big pain in the butt, but this time, not a huge deal. That can be a much harder battle than what I made it look out to be.
That was easy.
It was pretty easy this time. Not as usually this easy. Okay, and notice how much experience we got. Yeah, it's really gonna help us out. For sure. Good stuff. Okay. Yeah, and we got a bunch more max spirit. Drachma gained Crystallis for some reason. Not that we really need that, but okay.
How can this be?
Hey man, we're not just some lowly air pirate. Maybe 50 or 60 years, yeah. So are we on our ship? Yeah, we are. Okay. It's weird that Drachma's not in this scene, but I think it's because you can fight Piastol at any point, and sometimes Drachma's not in the party, as you've seen. Whereas Aika and Fina basically are always in your party. Not quite, but... Huh, she seems to recognize Vice. Okay. You know something? I just beat you down, and I'm not too concerned about you. Yeah, that first Piastol battle that we just fought actually is, I think, the hardest one. So, you know, her threat there isn't that threatening to me. Whatever. Yeah, later in the game we'll have all kinds of options with Fina to where make her a little bit less threatening. Like I said, if that dog increms her, that's actually really a problem. But later in the game we'll get some moves with Fina that'll be able to debuff enemies. And so once you get that, I mean, she isn't that threatening. So we have one other optional boss we want to fight at this point. And yeah, this is a short video, but I might as well cut it here because that boss will take quite a while as well. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to meet you guys at Maramba at the beginning of next time. See you then!